Previously on Critically Stupid.
All the things that I've seen, everything that I know, probably most excited by the fact that there are ghosts. They live in our house and the ghosts will be our friend. Guess technically it's their house, but you know I signed the deed. It's all the law could offer, and it's good enough for me. For me and my friends, we'll live here until the end. And then we will become ghosts, just like our new friends.
Let's get into it. First and foremost, what's going on, everybody? My name is Alex. I'm the Dungeon Master, and my favorite part about last episode was Garath playing footsie on the stairs, trying to figure out if the cup was in fact magic or not.
I am Katie. I am playing Cerulean the Sorcerer, and my favorite part about last episode was Cerulean crumpling into on the floor crying.
We've all been there. No shame.
Yeah,
Who hasn't?
I resonated with it.
My name is Anthony. I play Arnold, and my favorite part of last episode was probably the fact that we took a leap from Goonies into Ghostbusters for a little bit, and I'm excited. I like where we're going and weaving the story right now.
That's right. Bessie?
My name is Dianna, and I play Mel. And my favorite part of last episode was not so much a favorite, just an observation that once again, nobody listens to me. Nobody fucking listens to me.
Seems to be a running theme.
My name is Garen. I play Garath, and my favorite moment is, it's honestly a toss-up between either Garath's illiteracy or Mel being the only one with any form of sense and staying outside the haunted house.
Yeah.
I'm surviving. All the rest of y'all gonna die, but I'm
but
living.
You're surviving. You're living.
We're thriving.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
no.
thriving.
Oh man.
Okay, let's do a quick fast forward. Let's say it's a few days later. You've had a little bit of time to. Oh, actually, really quick, I want to state my intention. So, like, this campaign is built in a series of story arcs, as most well-crafted stories are. My goal is to have Troll Skull be like a center of operations for you guys to craft into sort of like whatever it is you want. Like, yes, in the book it's built as a tavern, but it's also just like where I'd love to see, like, in between arcs, some like cool character interactions. Like, I'll bring some people in and see what you guys do with that, but I just wanted you guys to have like a heads up. This isn't like a disposable thing that I'm just gonna take away from you. Or will I?
I was really considering just opening an Airbnb.
You could fill it full of monsters and call it Scare B&B.
Nice.
Okay,
Bed and
Vampirina.
breakfast. Let's do this.
Scare bed and breakfast. I am a little curious if you guys could have any idea of this, where you all settled in Troll Skull Manor. Like, do you have an idea of like what your character would look for in a bedroom in like a settled area?
Gareth already has an idea. Gareth totally called the basement because it has a beautiful skylight right there in the ceiling.
All right, perfect. Looks right up into the dilapidated tap room.
You get it.
Anybody else? You could also have like no idea if you've never thought of it. I just threw that at you, kind of curveball.
Was anything in like? I thought everything was in ill repair, like everything.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it is.
Hence the skylight.
Okay. I probably would have looked for a bedroom that was fairly secluded, that I could see out of the front of the house.
Okay.
She would have scouted for like is this a strategic point for me to be able to hop up on out here really quick if I need to?
Okay, sure.
Unlike the basement.
I just want a room near the door so I can get the fuck out of Dodge when y'all are getting killed by the ghosts. I'm out.
All right, Arnold.
Oh, Arnold would 100% go like room to room and just kind of like beatbox in hopes of hearing like the best acoustics. And if he heard another like ghostly voice, he'd be like, "Yes, duet."
Arnold,
like that's like I'm after duets, like ghostly duets. That's like
Arnold, will you please take the middle finger room? That
Yeah,
would just
okay, so I'll
warm
go
my
to the middle
soul
finger
if you
room.
took that one.
I
I
take the middle
think
finger room. It's
Number one requirement for roommate must lay down that sick beat.
yes.
Of course.
I
Okay.
guess the scratching in the floor is kind of like
It is, yeah. It's literally
Like a
yeah.
record scratch.
If you give it a second, my Zoom will probably do it for you guys.
Oh, I literally
Boom.
cannot wait. It's probably my favorite part of any episode that we've done.
I feel like that is the Easter egg of our episodes, is find out how many times Diana's microphone turns her into a DJ.
Right. Only real fans know when Diana's mic skips. Okay, let's fast forward a couple days later. It is mid-morning, and an appraiser is walking through Troll Skull Manor with a clipboard. Did you reach out to this appraiser, or did this appraiser come find you?
Cerulean would have reached out.
Okay, cool. This person is an official in an official capacity of the city of Waterdeep. He wears kind of conservative clothing. He's got a little brass badge pinned to his shirt. I see him as a dwarf with sort of a close cropped beard and like really like thick glasses, like big boys, that you can see like way down the skin of his nose and almost sort of like drag it forward like a taco shell. Yeah, it's cool, right? Anyway, he walks through the house, sort of tutting and murmuring, makes a couple of notes on his clipboard. He gets to the middle finger room and pauses at said middle finger, and makes a tiny note on his clipboard. He seems to take most of it in stride, though, even the giant hole in the middle of Garath's bedroom ceiling.
Yeah, my skylight. It's not.
Yeah, he seems a little taken aback at the fresh skylight. But he doesn't really break stride. The only thing that actually pauses him is the topmost room. If you will remember, it is a garret kind of attic situation with like a conical roof on one end. So it's a little bit weird, takes up the whole thing. But he spends a good 15 minutes in this room, sort of like tutting to himself and like testing floorboards or whatever. And as he walks down, are all of you going with this inspector on this walk, or is it just Cerulean? What do you guys think your character would be interested in?
I'm just kind of bumming around in the basement, seeing if that cup is up to anything.
Okay.
I feel like I'd go around with him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Arnold?
I'd probably be with Garath. I mean, it's just there's magic. There's something going on there.
Checking out
fishy about.
Checking out that cup. All right, cool. So Cerulean and Cerulean, I'm sorry. I assumed you would go with the inspector, being that I just made the assumption. Can both of you give me a perception check, please?
We get to see if this dice starts on dice jail.
Is that the 20? I'm sorry, I'm struggling.
It is. You got it.
17.
17. Okay.
Oh, I rolled good. 19.
Nice.
Whoa.
Have another
Okay.
good roll night. That'd be good.
I love that for you. So you see this dwarf scratch derelict on his piece of paper before moving back downstairs after he checks out the attic. And
Hey Siri, what does derelict mean? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And he gets back to the door and he shuffles his feet and says, "Now this may seem like just another torn down manse to you. And that's because it is. This place is a fucking dump.
I knew it.
You have terrible floors. The hole in the ceiling,
Skylight.
not ideal. Yeah, you hear this. You hear skylight like echo up and out. And you know, but I will say, you know, I've seen worse. I think if it wasn't for that attic, I think maybe you could do something here. But that attic there's something weird up there, man. And I think you gotta tear the whole house down.
She
I feel
just,
like if we just wait for a strong enough storm, it'll happen by itself.
That's probably
Then-
true.
I think Cerulean probably like scrunches her nose at him like, no, he's wrong.
You
And
actually see him. You and Mel. He coughs a little bit and like makes a hand gesture, almost like he's rubbing a couple of fingers together. He says, "I mean, or that would be my suggestion. You know, as a fully boarded member of the architecture guild, I do have some say in."
Can Gareth like cut him off yelling from below? Boo! Bribery is lame.
Give me a perception check, Gareth. Let's see how much of this you hear.
That's
Arnold, you can
fair.
make one too if you want to try and like maybe throw down a little bit.
Perception is not as bad as I thought it was, but that roll is also pretty good. 15 plus 3 is 18.
18.
Bad. I got 12.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
real
Gareth, you-
distracted by that cup.
I was like, bastard.
Tell me about it.
I see Arnold just like focused on this.
I'm chasing
cup.
it. I'm trying to invent the cup song. So
All right.
I'm like, nah.
That's not it. That's
You
not
like
it.
you start with like snapping like no, it's not enough. It's not.
he does
Something
this.
like-
He does this, and then he does this, and it scoots, and it makes the sound he needs. He's like, "That's it."
That's it.
Are you doing that Charlie Puth thing where you're like, no, that's G flat. I need like a higher. So yeah, Gareth, you hear this guy basically like open himself up to bribery, and you say like boo, and Mel and Cerulean, you see like a red flush like creep over this dude's cheeks. He goes, I would never sully my office with false recommendations. It is my job to report. I think the attic is
So Cerulean
Bad.
cuts him off.
okay.
And she does like a very, oh, now you've just done it. Raises one eyebrow and looks at him, and she is 100% trying to intimidate him.
Yeah, can we
Okay.
like segue this into blackmail somehow? Like,
We get money from it.
That is what we
Isn't
are
that
doing.
ideal? Isn't that ideal?
So she looks at him and she says, I see what you're trying to do here. And while I respect hustle, honey, you can't out hustle a hustler. And let me tell you, I have an in with your little office. I don't think they'd take too kindly to you asking for bribes, asking for money for things that you're required to do by the city. And so she just looks at him and she says, how about you give us a green light on this place and I don't turn you in, so you don't lose your license and you don't lose that nice stack of pennies you probably sit on at home.
you hear from the basement, blackmail is cool.
Mel, do you want to throw down with this intimidation at all? How do you feel you would act
I
in this?
don't know that I can follow up on that like mom level lecture that she just
Silence is
gave
intimidating,
him.
though.
I'm just gonna go with the steel. I mean, I have murdered
scary.
before. I'm just gonna let that like be in my eyes.
All right.
Wait, do I hear any of this? I know my roll wasn't great. Do I
I mean,
hear?
you definitely hear Gareth talking. So like,
yeah,
Gareth,
I
imagine.
I
Gareth,
assume I would fill him in because I
Yeah,
can.
but can I at least hear like what the guy's voice sounds like, even if I can't make out like what
Yeah.
they're saying?
Yeah,
Okay,
you get that
so
sort of
like,
like slow, like deeper
Okay,
voice.
so like just like while I'm hearing all this, I like cast minor illusion, so I make it sound like the guy's own voice going like, they have a point. I should just let them go.
That's
Okay.
amazing gaslighting. Oh my
Uh,
god.
you see him like startle behind his glasses, and he kind of looks around. And he's like, I didn't say that.
Didn't say what.
I heard clear as day.
This
Well,
place
I
is
just-
weird.
I
don't want to
just-
be here anymore.
Me neither.
Haunted houses are cool. I didn't
Gareth's
say
just
that.
listing things that are cool and not cool.
Very opinionated.
Grilled cheese is cool.
Murder is not cool.
Whoops.
Katie,
My
give me that
murdering saved your life, so it was kind of cool.
That means it was self-defense.
not of yourself.
That means it was defense.
Katie, give me that intimidation check. Let's see how good you do. Go ahead and take advantage because of Arnold's gaslighting.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, thank God for advantage. You said, what did you, deception or what?
Intimidation.
Intimidation. I'll do it same anyways. 18.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got him. I don't
Yeah.
know that he's like outright scared, but he definitely like flinches away from you, and like hastily adjusts his spectacles even higher on his nose, and you can see the deep indentations where they were sitting in his skin previous, and he says, "Well, I this is most unusual. I don't. Okay, like keep it, whatever. It's gonna cost you 1,000 gold pieces though." And he writes a number on his paper and like signs his name. He reaches into his pocket, he pulls out a little personal stamp, pow, stamps it, tears it off, and like gets the hell out of there. Like shuffles out of y'all's yard so fast.
Nice.
I'm low-key real tempted to shoot him with an arrow. I'm not gonna lie. I won't. I just want you guys to know that I'm really tempted to murder again. I've gotten a taste for blood.
I hope you tell Cerulean all of this, and she just like gives,
Absolutely.
like does like this for a high five.
Yes.
And that's
Thinking
it.
about it now. It's just I'm a changed person.
So you see on your piece of paper that this man hands you, sort of like a broken down expenses list of like what this place needs to be up and running again as a tap room, and it is a cool 1,000 GPs to install, like keg lines, and you got to redo the bar and blah blah blah, renovation, HGTV. We've all seen it, but 1000 is the number.
We're gonna need more than that. I've seen a lot of fixer-upper guys. There's gonna be an unplanned for expense. We're gonna need a lot more money. Probably.
There's gonna be termites,
There's gonna be something.
God
There
forbid
was
there's a ghost
something.
in there.
or the floor joist stuff. Like the second floor is gonna be rotted, and we're gonna have to replace it with an I-beam.
I think we're gonna save a whole bunch of money on that skylight because Lord knows I'm not repairing it. It's lit.
I mean,
Actually-
it is literally illuminated.
You get
Oh,
it.
no.
I think instead of fixing it, we should just put like a nice like piece of glass over
Plexiglass?
it. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that still costs money.
True. So do most things.
I'm just pointing out. I don't know if that really saves us.
Well, I
a
mean,
lot of money.
I feel like
It could be an attraction.
exactly like
Right into
a-
your room. Is that
The
what
boy
you
in the
want?
fishbowl. Yeah, the boy in the fishbowl.
It's like a zoo. You like come down to Troll Skull Cavern and look at the wizard/rogue
You know what? I'm done with that though.
The
And the
wizard.
magic cup.
and the magic cup, but like the
And-
cup doesn't actually
And the
move.
bard playing the cup song,
It's like the
begging it to
worst
move
circus
again,
sideshow
like
I've ever
swearing he
fucking
saw
heard
it
of.
move.
Like, come
like-
only tonight, the wizard boy who isn't actually a wizard and still can't read.
So it's like after tonight's dinner is our feature presentation. The big like spotlight shows down into the skylight. It's just me sitting there in
Eating
silence,
chips.
looking at the cup, unblinking.
We're turning this place into a human zoo. Is that what I'm hearing? Where all
Yes.
this is going to be featured? Okay. That's where we're going with this campaign? I'm in. Let's go.
Cerulean's just gonna sit in the attic and cry.
Would have loved. Well, I guess I don't really get a vote, do I? Because I'm just the guy that like says yes. Here we go.
Well, y'all, how are we fixing to do this? I say we go find somebody that has a job and we start working.
So I was with you for the first part. Find someone who has a job. and take their money. But your idea also works.
Yeah, for us to do so we earn it, so this place doesn't start a lie, end in crime.
Well,
We've
okay,
already
I'll
done.
give you.
Look, we
give you the
we
second one.
already put some people on the God's most recently deleted list. So like we need to.
But here's my
Just
thought.
unalive them a little.
They
I
were all attacking us. I'm thinking we're actually +4 for good deeds. So I'm thinking, -1 or 2 thefts. It's up to the group. I'm not gonna make any decisions for
I
anyone.
would say that I've established that I'm willing to murder, and I feel like we can get a lot of money for that.
That is not wrong.
I'm having a dark
However,
day, guys. I just
just melt corner.
Fucking same, bestie. All right.
I take out my ukulele and I just start screaming, I don't want to murder everyone. We can make some money some other way. I'm just like, hey guys, I have an idea. I have money and not a lot, but you can have it. And also, look what I can do. Look.
I think that were Diana not having like a dark day, Mel would actually probably recommend like an up and up job, actually taking like an actual above board-ish job and not murder. The murder was that was all me, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all
So
good.
Cerulean just looks around. She said, "Has anybody seen a job posting board around here?"
Honestly, maybe. I'm not sure.
I can update my LinkedIn.
Hell yeah, fantasy LinkedIn. Garath and what's a fun Garath combo? Garath and Mel are hanging out in the tap room, and you hear a voice come from the yard out front. Yeah, out front of the Troll Skull. It's not big. It's like, your house is on the corner of the block, so it's a sizable establishment.
yeah.
So
Is it a big enough yard for like a dog?
yes.
Bestie promised me a dog in like the beginning of this, guys. Before we ever played, it was like I wanted a dog, and he said I had to earn it.
It's like
This is the perfect time for that. The point is, he promised me a dog, but he said I had to earn it, and I feel like
I'm so scared about getting a pet in D&D because that's so easy for kill the dog. Easy emotional empathy.
Say it.
It's
easy for me to mess with.
Correct. It's so easy to kill the dog and make us sad because it doesn't actually kill any of us.
Then I want a ghost dog, like
I
Zero.
take it all back.
Okay,
That's
now
an
we're cooking.
So
Okay,
All have dogs. Smash cut.
Gareth, smash cut. Gareth and Mel, you're sitting in the tap room of the Troll Skull Manor, kicking it, and you hear a voice from outside say, "Oh gosh, no, I don't think they've got I don't think they've got an ADA compliant ramp on this at all. Bernard, would you knock on the door for me?" And 2 seconds later, your would-be door is kicked half off its hinges. As a massive half orc whose shoulders span nearly the width of the door itself comes striding inside.
Gareth will get up, just, Jesus Christ, if that's your knock, I'd hate to see what your punch looks like.
Outside the door, you see a familiar face. A woman with dangly earrings sitting in a wheelchair with short cropped hair. You recognize her as being Sylvie from the sewers just before you encountered the mushroom.
That's right.
And she is tutting her head at your stairs and lack of a ramp. And the half orc walks down and picks her chair up and sets it on the top of the stairs, and she rolls right into your establishment, right into the Troll Skull Tavern, talking as she does. And she looks around. She says, "Well, oh my! Now this is something. You think should you take this down? Like, is this safe? Did you guys get this signed off on?"
Do you have a warrant?
Oh, I'm not. Oh gosh, no, I'm not with the cops. I'm just a concerned citizen.
don't
Okay,
recall
well-
inviting any concerned citizens in.
Yeah, I appreciate your concern, but
I don't.
I appreciated my door more, really.
It wasn't much of a door, though, was it? If
Yeah,
if
well, you don't
Bernard
have-
can kick it off so much, and you see Bernard turn around and just like gently pick it up and set it back on its hinge.
Thank you, Bruno. I appreciate that.
Sylvie looks around and sort of like is just rolling around the tap room, sort of like helping herself to an eyeful, speaking almost abstractly, and says, "Yeah, I just really wanted to come by and, oh gosh, say thank you for everything that you did down in the sewers. You did an admirable job of handling that. Well, let's call him what he is, a big old lunk, just a big buffoon. And you did great. And there's been a little bit of an organization shift, a little bit of an upward momentum for some of those who deserved it. Yeah, and I just really wanted to stop by and say thank you. And, if you ever need insurance for this place, just in case, oh gosh, I don't know, something should happen to it.
Can I roll an insight check? Because that's definitely
Yeah.
She in the
Threat.
she in the mob.
Oh, my insight sucks. I forgot that I'm not very smart.
No,
That's
you can
not-
roll one if you'd like.
That's not even a D20. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I'm too in character. 13.
Oh god,
Okay.
my insight's not gonna be very good either, guys. Probably. 13.
All right.
Right.
No.
This person is actively, yes, threatening you.
After she saw what I did to the other dude, right?
She did, yes.
Bold. Real bold.
Weird place. If you're so concerned, if you're so thankful, why are you coming up into our crib and openly threatening us? Seems a little uncalled for.
Well, this is a courtesy call, I think you could call it. We are just introducing ourselves as neighbors. There's a small, we'll call it a workshop that we hold nearby. Odds and ends, minor jobs. Speaking of jobs, probably costs a pretty penny to clean up this dump. And she wheels like over like a chair and sort of like grinds it beneath the wheels of her wheelchair.
Ooh, see, yeah, I mean, you're right. It will cost a little bit to get this up and running. But also, a boss who, again, openly threatens people in their own home doesn't seem like the healthiest working environment. I don't
Seems
know.
hostile.
Well, now we could be friends. I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to extend a courtesy call. And should you ever find yourself in need of some cash, I've got great ties in the neighborhood. We're a local organization, farm to fork violence, organic arson.
Real wholesome.
No, just
real
Yeah.
wholesome violence.
no. She says we're a local shop. Gosh darn it, and we're here to make ties with the community. So if you ever need, I don't know, 1,000-ish gold pieces, just pulling a number right off the top of my dome, I'd be more than happy to help you find a way to, finance this little venture.
Noted. Appreciated. We will talk to our fellow owners of this hopefully soon to be up and running tavern, and we will get back to you. And if in the future you could not knock my fucking door down, that would be really appreciated.
Yeah, you stink and you smell bad. Get out of my house.
I think it's the house that smells bad, but you know what? Get the fuck out anyway.
Oh gosh, all right, fair enough. We're leaving. I would appreciate it next time if perhaps you could consider establishing a ramp outside so that we could, people of
On the to-do list.
Great.
Alternatively, we could have your friend just pick you up and bust down our door every time. You seem fond of that.
Oh, he's more than happy to do it. Bernard loves a good door, don't you, Bernard? And Bernard very gently picks the door handle up and picks the door up on its hinge, swings it open, and then picks her Sylvie's wheelchair up, and the two of them leave. And then actually he doubles back and closes the door behind him.
I was watching. My goal now is to basically pilfer Bernard. I want him to be our bouncer. I want to
Oh, yeah.
steal him
We're
from
definitely stealing
Sylvie.
Bernard.
Like it's
But-
gonna happen. He seems like a lovable oaf, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
seems like a bitch. So we're
I've got
taking him.
real good persuasion.
We're taking him. That's all I'm saying.
Do you guys want to bother having that conversation, or is it just like a fill-in? Like,
I
here's
mean,
what
is it
happened?
like how much would you assume that? I mean, they just tell us everything, right? If I was like, what? Was
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Is that a monster? You know? Okay.
Yeah.
I would assume that they just like went
Fill us
upstairs
in.
and they were like,
Okay.
"You will not believe what just happened."
So I think I assume we're all having the conversation of whether or not to work with Sylvie.
Yep.
Garath is super opposed. That's my Garath.
So you wanna talk it out? Talk it out. Where would Cerulean and Arnold have been?
There is, I mean, I imagine individual rooms are like elsewhere in the house, but there is like a common meeting room in one of the upstairs floors where like there's a window that looks out onto the yard, and there's like the scrapped remains of like a table and some folding chairs. So I imagine this conversation might take place in there.
Super chill vibe.
Super chill. I'm similarly opposed to working with her, but separately am concerned that the homegirl's dropping threats. Like she's basically in the Mafia. I don't need whatever the D&D version of like a horse head is to be
Just a
on
horse
my
head.
bed. Like, oh, okay, I don't know. Well, that's boring, but whatever.
Sorry, I'll summon up something cool. Don't worry.
That's
Please
a
do.
dragon head.
Please do. I have expectations. So I think there's the question of yes, working with her, but also Loki thinks she might burn the place down. Is that so bad?
No, you're definitely like right, but
Actually, I'm gonna interrupt you there. As you say that, you hear a door slam upstairs.
So somebody's opposed to the place burning down. Well, what are they gonna do about like can they help?
So, can I be like, hey, what I'm hearing is two opportunities for real close friends, people who will just let us into their whole situation. I can't wait to get close to these people. It's gonna be they're my new best friends.
Cerulean just one small problem. And I know we got a little murdery there for a minute. But I would love if we could found this place on hard work and legal things, because if anybody comes knocking like the city, I want to be able to back it up. Not be associated with the game.
I feel
I have
like
a separate idea. Go ahead, Mel. Sorry.
oh, I was just gonna. I feel like you've kind of got an in with these ghosts. Could you work it out where like if they come and try to burn the place down, they just like blow it out? Just like make us fireproof. Can the ghosts just make us fireproof? Just like blow out the candle when they try to burn our fucking place.
I don't think they're lighting the house on
burning.
fire with a candle. I don't think they're pulling
I know,
out
it's like a
single-
big lighter
know.
that's just like.
Or like if it's a Molotov, can they like throw it out? What are the
I'm
capabilities of
I'm
these
just
folks?
imagining like them trying to pour like gasoline or something, and it just like slowing off, like just
Something like that. If
just
I
the
gotta live
way
with
that
a
it does
ghost,
off
it
of the
is
rain
Yeah.
jacket.
uh,
Just
Gareth had an idea that really goes for two birds, one stone here. And Gareth is talking in third person, so it doesn't have to do with character voice. What if, hear me out, find out this lovely...
I would really love that character voice.
Hear me out. Find this lovely establishment that Sylvie is working in, which is definitely the Mafia, right? Cannot... Oh, well, a local joint. There's got to be some illegal things going on behind the scene. My thought, infiltration, blackmail, get the 1,000 gold pieces via blackmail, sell the information anyway and get them arrested.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man? He lives on Troll Skull Alley. What's up, everybody? It's me, your dancing, singing, all-around entertainer, Alexander James. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Critically Stupid. I am so excited that you're here. Give me like a tight 30 seconds. I'll get you right back to the episode. We are, as always, playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist. It is an official, licensed, branded Dungeons and Dragons Wizards of the Coast module, written by silence on the set. Here it is. He's got it. Chris Perkins, Scott Fitzgerald Gray, Kim Moham, and Michelle Carter. He didn't even hesitate. He's incredible. I am so tired of saying nice things about myself already. If you've enjoyed anything you've listened to, if you have always wanted to get into D&D, if you've got a friend that is interested in D&D and just like you guys have never had the opportunity, I super recommend going to dnd.wizards.com. Check out all the great resources there. They've got a player's handbook. They've got a monster manual. They've got a book that if you open it, it offers you a choice where you can go into the land of the dead or you can be shot into the past by 500 years. It's fucking crazy. And you know what the worst part is? It's free. Like, you would think that something like that you had to pay for, or it would come with warranties that you have to sign, but no, you just put in your address and they'll send it to you. It's like, Wizards, what do you do? Like, you gotta go check it out. Like, they're just giving this shit away. For legal reasons, that's a joke. If you would like to end up as a character on Critically Stupid, you can tweet us at CritStupid. These 4 ding-dongs that I play with get into a lot of scenarios that I need characters to fill rather quickly. So feel free to tweet us at CritStupid and say, hey, Alex, I want to end up as a gnome artificer who specializes in making dolls that stab people in their sleep. And I'll be like, hey, no. Get out of here, man. And then you'll be like, oh, what? Hey, this is your rule. You said if to tweet you. And then I could state the thing. And I'll be like, shit. I've been fooled by myself. You'd be surprised how often that happens. But get in touch with us. Let us know how you think we're doing. If you think our episodes are running too long, if you think I am too long-winded in the mid-roll, you're probably right. And I'd love to hear from you. If you would please consider it, we are currently doing a subscription drive on our YouTube, trying to get up to that magical number of 1,000 subscribers so that we can get monetized, get some ads going, which we can then use to fund the show and get better cameras and better mic quality. And I can maybe buy a book on how to be shorter in these ad breaks. Who knows what will happen if we get some money flowing. We would love if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would love if you could rate us on Spotify, if you could share the word about this show to somebody you think might like it. We would really appreciate that, and we'll love you forever. And I will personally come to your house and give you that book that'll send you 500 years into the past. And you're probably going to say, Alex, I don't want that. And I'll be like, suck it, bitch. Get in there. That's critically stupid, baby. Get in. We're rolling. All right, I've rambled enough. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for subscribing. I love you. Bye.
I'm just saying that when I was saying best friends, that's what I was implying.
Oh, is that what you were implying?
Oh.
It's so hard to tell with you.
I have to keep in character, guys. I have to be the like silly guy, but I can't. I'm trying to also offer good ideas that my character wouldn't necessarily think of.
I was just gonna make a joke of like,
Yeah.
Arnold, you say we're the best friends and we hang out all the time. You say that other dude last week was your best friend and you killed him. It's so hard to tell what you mean by best friend. It's so vague.
Cerulean looks torn because hearing how they busted up into the house and like were disrespectful, she gets a little pissed off, and so she kind of has like a bone to pick with Sylvie. It'd be really nice for her to be able to have revenge, but she also knows that would be messing with an entire gang. So she's
yes.
torn.
So to that point, just a quick check-in. Does everybody remember who Sylvie works for?
Xanathar Guild.
Yeah, cool. That's all. I just wanted to check.
My answer was no, if anyone was wondering.
Well, it's the whole Xanathar Guild, so it's like messing with
Isn't
a gang war.
here's my main gripe with working with the Xanathar Guild or this lovely local shop. We don't know, but the Xanathar Guild is like isn't notoriously the number one thing that gets people killed in the Mafia is when they go in debt with said Mafia. Like, this doesn't feel like an awesome idea.
No.
So Cerulean just stops for a second. She said, "Did she specifically say the words insurance at the beginning?"
Yes.
She did.
So now we weigh our options. Would she know anything about the possession of the house and like the, I guess, the confines of that magic and what?
Probably not in like the first couple of days. It's whatever is in this house is very clearly pro house. Like it protested when Mel said that it could burn to the ground. And very clearly wants to like perpetuate its own existence, but it hasn't really like, Stranger Things lights and numbers on the wall, like told you, hi, welcome. So you're still in a little bit of a guessing game.
So Cerulean looks at everybody and she goes, should we have a family with the ghost?
Should we what?
Have a what? Your mic cut out.
Have a family meeting with the ghost.
That's what I told you to do, Cerulean. You gotta
Well, you
gotta
said for me to go. Should we have a family meeting? Let it know that we're all on the same page?
Can I make an attempt, Cerulean, if you don't mind?
Absolutely.
Well, you said you knew this ghost named
Leaf.
Fern? Leaf, that's what it was.
Ghost is already pissed now.
I apologize, Mr. Leaf. I'm not the brightest of men. Now, real quick, are you able to give us yes or no? Door slam for yes.
Not the front door. It's fragile.
Not the front door, please.
A door slams.
Fuck yeah, sick.
Wait, is it like 1 for yes and 2 for no?
I'd say 1
just
for yes,
said-
nothing for no.
Yeah. Cerulean goes, ooh, so like if somebody tried to catch this place on fire, what are the chances you can stop that? If you can, slam a door for yes.
There is no response.
Fucking useless. What is the point of living
The
with
door
a
slams 3 times.
I want to ask. I see everyone asking questions. I'm like, oh, ghosts. So I'm just like, are your bodies in this house right now? Like, are there skeletons somewhere on this property?
Come
on.
Yeah, I think a door slams.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait. Do you have those rings? Like,
I have them on my.
I was like, okay. So I'm like, Leaf. We have the rings. Do you want us to put them on your middle finger?
Silence.
And Cerulean gets a little serious for a moment. She goes, has anybody buried your bodies?
So that's no, or you're still thinking?
I don't think it would answer.
So
I
that
think
means no?
I don't think a door doesn't slam. We're keeping it binary here in our conversation.
I'm gonna follow up with how do I phrase this to make it yes or no? Is burying your bodies a priority, or would you? Is burying your bodies a priority?
Is that something you want us to do?
No response.
Will burying your bodies make you like maybe more useful and maybe able to defend the house a little bit?
Maybe Mel doesn't say that to the ghost.
The windows just start like opening and closing.
Yeah, you hear fingernails tapping from inside the walls.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Cerulean just like looks at Mel like,
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you have any preventative measures to keep the house, the building, from being destroyed?
To be fair, that is what I asked, just nicer.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
No, not what you say. It's how you say it.
Yeah. I think
I need to be a higher level.
I think like a bucket falls through the hole like a bucket falls through a hole in the upper floor and like hits a corner of the table and a little bit of like paint slivers off. Like a little bit of wood falls away.
So they can,
The door takes 2 points of damage. Or no, the
No.
table.
just throw
Gareth
shit
is gonna specify. Do you have preventative measures that are not us? We will prevent it, but we would like help if available.
No response. No doors.
Okay, so like in The Beauty and the Beast, when they storm the castle and all the
All of the
furniture in the
furniture.
house like fights back. Can the house do that?
Only
And then,
difference.
and then Captain
the
Clan comes back
furniture-
because she's the voice actor for Lumiere.
Only difference. Those pieces of furniture were all people.
So I'm like,
But it's an example because they just threw because there's totally Beauty and the Beast in this universe because they threw a bucket. So I am attempting to clarify. Like, are they saying they can throw shit? Like, can they throw knives at somebody?
To me, the fact that they like knocked over a bucket but didn't close the door or didn't do anything kind of sounds like a fair version of a maybe.
Like this is what I
Arnold, what
got.
Arnold, what were you gonna say?
so I asked. Oh, so I asked. I'm just like, hey, I respectfully, not it's all your money, your house, but do you happen to know where we can find some gold within the confines of the property? Is there any amount of money that can help us to, keep this place?
I think a door slams.
Fuck yeah! Okay,
Buried
Gareth
treasure.
rolls perception. Garen is already going.
Sorry, go ahead, Sterling.
I love that.
Cerulean asks, how many floors are there? 4?
Yes, including the attic.
Okay, so she says, is it in the attic?
Actually, before we do that, Gareth, give me that perception roll.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Because I think I think it's the same answer to the same question.
Bestie, I hope you planned a whole ass scavenger hunt to send us on this episode. 'cause
excited.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
I'm not
I
even.
plan all the things all the time. Everything I
isn't-
do is a carefully machinated ticking of a clock. It's so
This
precise.
isn't even like I'm very treasure motivated. Oof, not with a 9. I'm not. What's my perception? I got a 12.
The door closed downstairs.
Ooh, back to my room, baby. I jump down in through the skylight. I don't take the stairs.
Isn't that like a 20-foot drop? It's a 20-foot drop.
Yeah, bro. You're gonna take 2d6 damage.
Hold on, can I at least get an acrobatics roll? I did it on purpose, not like I fell.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Plus
Does everybody
3,
else like to
baby.
take the stairs downstairs, or do you all want to
Yes.
jump through the skylight?
I
Go on.
ooh. Actually, Cerulean is a jerk because I'm thinking of a different character.
Gareth?
Maybe it took a little more than 2 points on that.
Did you get a nat 1?
I might have.
Gareth
I'm very
is dead,
I'm very
guys.
treasure motivated.
Hang on,
Gareth
I gotta look up how much you take for fucking fall damage.
Gareth is dead now, guys. To join the ghost.
Gareth
Oh, you
died
can
for
talk to the
gold.
ghost better.
Oh, this is gonna be way easier now.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, did the
Got
cup
it.
break his
We've
fall?
got an in with the house now, guys.
Did the cup break his fall? Yeah, you know what, Anthony? It did. It's the size of
I'm-
a beanbag chair. Have I not mentioned?
I'm not an expert on physics.
It'd be real cool if there was just like a banker down there. that
All right,
just-
Garen, you take 7 points of damage. Like you roll your goddamn ankle.
That's fine.
Oh, come on. You know.
I'm
I
sure the
broke my
treasure
foot,
the
Bessie.
treasure will pay for the expenses.
However, when I described the cellar last time I spoke about a small door set in the wall, that door is open ajar, and you feel a cold draft moving through it.
Is there a fucking dungeon in the middle? Is there a dungeon in my room, dude? Fuck yeah.
So Cerulean's like, was that door open before?
It
I
was
can tell you it was not.
Okay, but
came down into the room, but it's open more now because I was going to go through it and forgot that you guys were. I didn't wait for you. Come on, let's go. I'm impatient.
Cerulean just goes, she rolls her eyes at him and goes, okay, let's go.
agree on exploring. Nose goes on carrying Gareth, who broke his fucking ankle.
Yeah, Gareth, you're moving slow.
Gareth is limping his way towards treasure.
Just
All
like
right,
as
that's
quickly
fine.
as he can, just dragging it.
Yeah, somehow still in the lead.
So you open this door. It leads to a small barrel vaulted room that like the tallest of you have to stoop to get through because it's kind of squat. The shelves are riddled with like honeycomb holes that you kind of feel like were used for liquor bottle storage or wine bottle storage. However, yeah, they're all. I mean, there's a couple of bottles that look like either like drained or like the liquid in them is like brackish and like thick sometimes.
Beans.
However, set into the floor at the end of this room is a trap door with a thick iron handle. And despite the dereliction of this entire establishment, pretty good looking boards.
Cerulean is going to look around it and see if she sees any traps.
Give me an investigation check, please.
What would I have to roll to lockpick something? Because I will be doing that as soon as Cerulean's done.
Sleight of hand.
Outstanding.
We need to check if it just opens.
Yes. Well, I guess, yeah.
Sorry, you said an investigation, right? Yeah.
I did.
Not great. 13.
There do not appear to be any traps or any overt wires or what have you.
Garath has just taken Cerulean's word for that and going for it. Obviously, I'll try to just open it first to see if it's unlocked.
Yeah, it's unlocked. It opens. You're looking at a ladder that drops about 15 feet into a stone tunnel with a small track running down the center of the floor.
Garath, like, audibly disappointed, just goes, "Hey guys, the door is unlocked. We could just go down."
Cerulean brings up her dancing lights and sends a couple in front of them so she can see in the hole before she goes down it.
Okay. Your lights go down. It is like a proper tunnel. Like it goes in one direction, sort of like down as far as you will let your lights go, or they go before they stop.
If no one objects, Garath is the first down the ladder.
Are you gonna be able to make it down the ladder?
Slowly but surely.
Slowly, yeah.
Making it up the ladder will be more difficult.
We're leaving you there.
Who is last down the ladder?
I probably would have made sure everybody else got through first.
Okay. Cerulean, as you start to descend, you hear a couple of those glass bottles rattle, almost like a wind rolls through this cellar door. Or cellar.
Cerulean pauses. She's gonna climb back up the last rungs and look around the room.
There's nothing there.
Do you tell us that you're doing that?
I just say, y'all hold on, don't move.
Okay.
And I go back up and I just say, was that you?
Yeah, another wind blows through the what is cellar room? I don't know why I fucking forgot that word.
She just kind of like cocks her head aside and says, "Is it okay if we go down here?" And she just says, "If it's not, I guess just close the door, break a bottle. I don't know.
Throw a bucket at somebody."
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Silence. No protestations.
Well, all good then. Sounds
Okay.
like consent to me.
Well, and she goes, hold on, as she, hush. She goes, do we need to be on guard?
Yeah, I think the door opens.
Nice.
Okay, so she calls down to everybody immediately and she says, y'all, I think we need to be on guard. The Leaf is saying there's something sketchy happening down here. And she down the ladder as fast as she can to catch up with everybody because she doesn't want them to be caught unawares.
Well, is adding more ghosts to this house.
I'm immediately, as soon as I get in the tunnel, I'm gonna move 2 of the lights closer around us so we have like perfect vision around us. And I'm gonna scoot the other 2. I'm gonna slowly push them 60 feet out in both directions. And I want to take a look and see if I see anything or can hear anything.
Okay. This tunnel runs about 15 feet, 20 feet, straight down, and then dead ends at a 4-way intersection where two other tunnels, one other tunnel is a 4-way intersection with more tunnels. And you all recognize this as being part of the sewers that you crawled through in the dock ward. Not like the exact set, but like very similar vibes. And as you approach this junction, I would love a perception roll from everybody.
Yeah, I also have a few questions. You said there were tracks.
Track in the floor, yes. Potentially
not like footsteps or
no. I meant like a channel carved in.
Like
okay.
like a
gotcha.
mining cart type track, or like
a sluice track, potentially for liquid.
okay.
Perceptions.
I got a 16.
Garion got a 13.
Mel straight up blind with a 3.
I got a 16 as well.
I know.
Okay, so Arnold hears a voice, distant, like tapping water in a cave, like really, really echoey, saying, "Now, I hear what you are all saying. I understand your protestations. However, might I remind you, I am still the leader of this little organization we've got here."
Listen, I know you said no murder hobos. I know you said it.
I did.
Does he share? Well, I also rolled a 16.
We can
so
be
do I hear
murdered
that?
gentlemen and murdered ladies. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Cerulean, you also hear it.
Do I
I
recognize the
assume
voice?
I hear bees.
Beth, you do hear bees. It's crazy, actually, that nobody's really talking about the bees.
It's gonna be following us around. Do I recognize the voice to be Sylvie?
I would. Sorry.
I thought it was Adam at first.
I was too.
They do have very similar
I can tell it was
mannerisms.
definitely Sylvie.
Sylvie is a little bit more condescending.
Okay,
Because she
that's
does
what
the
I
little
thought.
ooh a little bit less. Because I think
No.
Adam does a little ooh out of excitement, but Sylvie does it out of condescension. She does it to make you feel bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
but Adam
okay.
also has the like goofy hmm?
Exactly. So that's
like he hits those lows in a cool
goofy
way.
and pure-hearted.
Yeah, I love it.
Anne is
Plot
losing.
twist: Adam is the head of the entire.
Wait, we've never seen Adam and Sylvie in the same room.
Holy shit,
Fucking
guys!
imagine.
What if Adam is Batman?
Hey.
I'm just sitting here going, we've never seen Adam and Sylvie in the same room.
Can I assume that Arnold and Mel has shared this with us, or?
I mean, I literally turn around and kind of go, "Guys, do you hear this?"
Okay, I assume you do it more quietly, though, right?
No, I'm like a full on hand over his mouth if he's actually screaming. Just going,
Yeah, so really, I think it's a safe bet that you. I mean, like, because it's like memory is hard. Like, I don't know if you would like really be able to like tie it to Sylvie, particularly because you weren't there when she rolled in the second time. I will definitely say that the voice is familiar to you. Like you've heard it before.
Question. I rolled a 13, which is less than a 16. Would I be able to recognize who it was without making out what she was saying, or is that too
No,
low?
with a 13, I think you heard her, but you weren't able
Okay.
to make out words.
Okay,
Bessie, the
so-
bees are everywhere. Like they're really like the bees, though.
Okay, hang on. So I look at Mel and I'm like, "Did you hear that?" And what does she say?
The bees?
So I say, "No, this," and I just use my minor illusion to perfectly copy what
I forgot that Arnold could just do that. Yeah, wait.
Oh, holla. Well, then now I do hear that. No.
Hey, that's Sylvie.
There you go.
That is indeed Sylvie. Yes,
Love
it
that we did
is.
that in game. That was fucking rad. That's not even sarcasm. That was great.
Cerulean just like, you can see her mood just darkens. And she's like, did this ghost just tell us to go freaking Sylvie's gold?
Me and the ghost are on the same page. I love this guy.
Cerulean, are we still in that junction? How far away are we from the freaking trapdoor?
20 feet.
She looks at everybody. She goes, "Hold on." She just like slowly tries to quietly like jog back, climbs up the ladder because she didn't close the door because she's an idiot. And because I didn't say I closed the door. I pop up and I go, "Are you trying to have us steal the Xanathar Guild's freaking gold?"
Like a joyful noise from a chorus, a wind blows through and rattles all the bottles.
And then she stops for another second. She goes, "Did it used to be yours?"
Silence. Nothing.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
She goes, "You've got to be freaking kidding me. You're pissed about the dang door." And then she just like she just walks down the ladder, doesn't slam it shut, but carefully closes it.
Cerulean, as she like walks back toward the group, Gareth is just quietly like, well, what do you say? What do you say?
I
And
love
she
that we're part of
stops.
our own mob and our leader is a ghost. It's just the ghost mob.
Holy shit, the Ghost Mafia is like the coolest title I've ever heard.
So she looks at Gareth and with same frustration a teenager would relay what their parent that they didn't want to do in the first place. She goes, "He said steal the freaking gold."
Gareth does the quietest jump for joy you've ever seen. Very stealthy, but still very
Gareth
excited.
isn't fucking jumping.
Good
So
point.
he's-
Hey, I rolled my ankle, all right? It's not like I broke the bone.
He just does like an excited like wiggle like women do when they're ready
Yeah.
to eat.
Exactly. I took 7 points of damage. I've walked away from battles with less HP than that.
Like
I'll
how
be
how
fine.
damaged are you? Like as far as HP, how much do you have left?
I have 13. I'm fine.
Okay.
Like, I'm chilling.
Okay, what's the play? What's the plot?
I mean, I have an idea. I think we should go and steal the Xanathar Guild's gold.
Who thinks that? Garion or Gareth?
Love
Both.
that in a character voice. Love that in a character voice.
Sorry, I got too excited. I think so. Okay, I think the plan for right now, because personally, the ghost has told me to steal the gold. I'm stealing the gold. It's out of my hands now. It's divine intervention. But we obviously recon. We need to find out where the gold is, where the guards aren't. So I guess we need to find out where they are. We hear them, but we don't see them.
Our game plan. Let's say we steal this gold. They're gonna know. They're gonna know who stole it, guys.
How?
Know they that? Because I bet
They're only going to know if you get caught. You're a terrible criminal, Mel.
One of us murdered people, and got away with it. So I'm gonna just remind you guys of that constantly. I just meant I mean, how far-reaching is this guild? Really, we don't actually know.
the whole city. But
So
This guild has a lot of enemies, and we're
I just
probably the
continue to
small
walk
ones.
down the corridor as they're like bickering, and I'm just listening. Like as I'm getting closer, I'm just listening to see
are
if
you
I can
being
hear anything.
quiet while you're going down?
Of
Hey, you
course,
wanna roll
I'm
me-
just
you wanna
walking.
roll
Yeah, you wanna give me a
check,
stealth
big guy?
roll?
I will do that. Dude, I
And
will
while he's walking
absolutely.
away, she's not even like paying attention for the first time. And Cerulean
All
just
right.
goes,
Well, my stealth was a 10. I'm just gonna.
All right.
"Please have a DC
so the
of
guild will
10."
know it was us because the bard might as well be singing a song. Well,
Can I? Okay, real
Cerulean just goes,
quick.
"The bard might be doing what?" And she just like starts just as
Straight
quietly
chasing
as
him.
she can. Yeah, just quietly like trying to like
So I'm thinking that Mel and I do the recon because, to be honest, you two jingle like a bag of coins whenever you walk.
yeah, Cerulean's just like trying to go grab him before he can go any further.
I love the idea of Arnold actually jingling.
Just like
I don't
he
know
has
why.
like a tambourine on his hip. and it's just
Yeah, or like spurs weirdly that he found, and we're like, fuck yeah, spurs. He doesn't ride a
gift
horse.
from his best friend.
just
Hell
he
yeah.
found a tambourine on like the dilapidated stage that only has like 4 cymbals left in it, but they just happen to hit each other every time.
Yeah. Okay, Mel and Arnold, or I'm sorry, Mel and Gareth. We rolling. We doing a little recon, a little quick
A little
recon.
bit of reconnaissance.
All right, give me
Uh,
2 stealth checks, please, and then Arnold, do you are you gonna hold back for this, or are you gonna insist on joining
Well,
them?
I'll hear, like, I hear Cerulean kind of like coming toward, and I stop, but I'm still like kind of midway between where they're going, so I'm waiting to
Okay.
see.
I'm
Yeah.
sure jingling
I'll
his
wait.
legs so that the fucking tambourine still makes sound. Okay, so the first one is a 19.
Oh wait,
Yes.
we're rolling 2 each.
No, just one.
Oh, then
Oh,
I just asked if I was wrong. Okay.
No, but you
Okay.
said it doesn't matter. 119 is tremendous.
I don't know.
Gareth.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, so pretty good.
That fucking rolled ankle.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right. Gary, roll again. Take the lower of the two.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't
Come
want to do
on,
that.
nat 20. Come on, nat 20. Come on.
Well,
nat
if
20.
it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
I don't want to. That's wasting a nat 20. Quite frankly, I want a 10 because that'll just get me one higher, and I'll just be like, oh no, not too much of an L here.
I forgot that you have +7 modifier.
Yeah. Oh my goddamn, there's too many dice in this bag.
Did you put it
Okay.
away?
Yeah, because I thought I was done rolling. Sue me.
All right.
Okay. Good news. I rolled the same number.
Oh,
got a
nice.
16
Okay, cool,
again.
cool. The two of you creep down the tunnels, and you don't actually have to go that far before you come to a broken, sort of crumbled piece of masonry with light shining through the other side, and you're looking down into a chamber. Details you can make out, it's pretty lavish. You see like a plush rug on the floor and a couple of chairs. As you do hear Sylvie's voice sort of echoing up, she continues to sort of like run. She's kind of vibing on being able to talk and having the command of the room, and she's just sort of going off about like, well, now I am in charge of this outfit, and I have been doing the work and making the rounds. And Bernard in here, and I visited 17 businesses today. And you Skeeble, what have you done? Etc. and so forth.
I whisper to Mel quietly, stealthily, of course.
Of course.
She visited 17 businesses just today. She's gonna have no idea which one of them took all of this.
Right. Well,
Honestly, shockingly good point from the rogue. I'm going to be real.
it's a shockingly good point, but also
When it comes to theft,
I mean, there's still the risk that she'll assume it was us. I mean, she's seen what we can do.
well, to be fair, there's also the risk she catches us in the act and kills us. So, I'm really accepting of a lot of risks.
No, it's fine. We had a good run. I'm sorry, that might be Diana, not Mel. Really.
Damn.
We had a good run. It is what it is.
That's what I'm like. YOLO.
I hope Mel says YOLO.
How close are Arnold and Cerulean getting? Are you guys hanging back? Or are you slowly
I'm
trying to
hanging back.
hanging back? Arnold?
I mean, I
Is he
slowly
holding him?
want I want to jingle slowly forward and listen. I do. That's what
Okay.
my character would do. There's no way he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Although,
Because
could
no one
I?
has established what our plan is with me at all. Like, all I know is they're going to check it out. And I'm like, I also want to check it out. I know they're trying to be sneaky, so I want to
Although-
copy.
Arnold, could I ask a question? Because Arnold and I have known each other since before this campaign started. Not me and Anthony, Gareth
Right.
and Arnold.
Right.
Would it be? I'm asking Arnold, not Alex here, because it's more his decision. Do you think that us hanging out, we would have discussed in the past that I'm the stealth guy, you would hang back, so you would know that already, or do you think you would have just followed me before?
No, I
regardless?
think I'd know that from our relationship. But I mean, if we're going to establish that, which just makes sense to me, I think I would know whether or not, given like how we're acting with each other, if it's
Okay.
cool. You know what I
got you.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
If
not
it's-
like
if it's
necessarily-
serious or not.
Yeah, like not like Navy
got it.
SEAL signs, but I get the idea of
Yeah.
like, oh, stand back, Yeah, like we're doing. Yeah. So
Okay, awesome. Just wanted to clarify that.
So, if we're gonna do this, because either Mel or Diana doesn't give a fuck, I'm not clear on that. We need to. We gotta come up with a plan. We can't just go in there, guns blazing. And
Yeah.
Are you guys coming back and having this conversation with
Yeah.
us?
We're
well,
coming
I'm
back in.
wondering.
Actually, before we go back,
We've crept in, but like, can we see anything?
we're not in. We're more like above, looking through like the wall or something, right?
Yeah, so imagine like a room in an old sewer with like a crack in the top of the ceiling. You're peering through this crack down into this room.
'Cause we don't even know where the gold is.
Yeah, 'cause that's what first thing we need. I was gonna ask if we could see how many people Sylvie was talking to, if it was 1 or like 20. And also, we need to find some sort of floor plan or big red X that says gold over here on a sign.
I was really hoping the room would just be like full of it. Like, okay, you know, like
Dragon's
Scrooge
Lair.
stuff.
Like a treasure trove.
I
Yeah.
like that too, but like, you know, Scrooge jumps into the pot. Yeah.
Do Gareth and Mel come back, or you guys still
Yeah,
having
yeah.
a
We
conversation
came
there?
back to convene without being
Elaborate.
overheard by the gang.
So I would probably suggest that we go back to the house to talk, just to make sure.
To be fair, I think we should definitely go at least back to the cellar, but the house is kind of open to the public. There's not a whole lot of privacy.
Yeah, true.
And you do only have half a door.
And I don't think we have any like windows. Aren't we missing some walls? It's a real fixer-upper.
It's a pit. Looking down into this crack, Gareth, just to give you an idea. You get the sense that this room isn't very big. Maybe 10, 12 feet across. And you can't really see the length of it, but you can definitely see like one wall and then like going from like Sylvie's voice and how it echoes.
Ask like, what'd you guys see? What's in there? Can I ask like quietly and see like how many people were in there? Did you see any gold? Is there gold?
Yeah, Alex, you didn't answer if I heard how many or saw how many people she was talking to.
You caught feet of at least 3.
Okay. So I'm thinking regardless of how do we find the gold or how do we do this, the first thing we need to do, regardless of any plan, is find a way in. Because right now, I don't think any of us can fit through that tiny crack.
So we know how to get to them, sort of, through the other part of the sewer. But
Yeah.
take some time and investigate these tunnels and see if one of them leads that way.
Okay. Now, how do we do that without getting hopelessly lost?
You hear a voice pipe up from the shadow immediately behind Arnold's shoulder and say, I think I can help with that.